From its hub at Dubai International Airport, Emirates truly connects the world with service to all 6 inhabited continents. Better yet, all of its flights are conducted using spacious wide-body aircraft, including the double-decker Airbus A380. So what are the airline's 5 longest flights this month? Let's find out in today's video. Before getting to our list, let's cover a few important things about the rankings. This list ranks routes operating for the month of August 2023 using straight line or great circle distances. As a result, it does not calculate the additional distance flown due to airspace bans. As a result, true rankings may be different. With some airlines, flight times may give a better sense of rankings in the current operating environment. For Emirates, however, airspace bans aren't having much of an impact. While we've had to discuss the fact that bans from Russian airspace and the all-important Siberian corridor have forced many airlines to fly longer distances, this seemingly does not apply to Emirates. Indeed, an examination of the flight paths of our 5 longest routes shows that 4 traverse Russian airspace on their way to destinations in the United States. It's not too surprising this is the case, however, as the United Arab Emirates has taken a somewhat neutral position on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. This allows for the country's airlines to not only fly through Russian airspace, but also continue to serve Russian destinations. These include the cities of Moscow and St. Petersburg. This ability has indirectly drawn criticism from others in the industry. Scott Kirby, CEO of United Airlines, touched on the subject at the 2023 IATA AGM. According to Live from a Lounge, Kirby stated, "It's clearly a big impact to us. Pre-pandemic, we were almost going to 5 flights a day between the US and India, for example. And now we fly 1, and it's an extra 2 hours. We literally can't fly the other 4 routes, even when taking extra time. That's disappointing. But that's part of being the largest airline in the world and being the flag carrier of the United States." With United Airlines having a partnership with Emirates, many saw Kirby's reluctance to name any specific airlines as a strategic move to keep his partner airline happy. Still, this does appear to be a fairly uneven playing field when talking about connecting North America with the Middle East and South Asia. Concluding this particular topic, it's worth noting that Emirates aircraft have to adjust their flight paths slightly to avoid the active war zone that is Ukrainian airspace. Getting to the actual routes, the 5th longest sees the Boeing 777-200LR fly between Dubai and Dallas. With flight numbers EK221 and 222, the carrier launched service to the Texan city in February 2012. This route has a direct distance of 12,940 kilometers or 8,040 miles. Its average duration outbound is 15 hours and 10 minutes, while the average flight duration inbound is 14 hours and 8 minutes. Notably, this is the only route on our list to use a Boeing 777-200LR at the moment. Going back a few years, it wasn't until October 2014 that the carrier would introduce the Airbus A380 on this route. Unfortunately, Super Jumbo's service to Dallas would be cut due to the pandemic. Service to the city would resume in March 2021 with the Boeing 777-300ER and 777-200LR. For now, however, Emirates is only using the 777-200LR. Number 4 on the list is Dubai to San Francisco. This has flight numbers EK225 and 226. The direct distance is 13,019 kilometers or 8,103 miles. Currently utilizing the Airbus A380, this service sees an average duration outbound of 15 hours and 3 minutes, while the average flight duration inbound is 14 hours and 49 minutes. The very first flight to San Francisco took place on December 15, 2008, using a Boeing 777-200LR. It was then 6 years later that Emirates would upgauge the route with an Airbus A380. This inaugural A380 service took place in December 2014. Third on our list is Dubai to Houston Intercontinental with flight numbers EK211 and 212. This city pair has a direct distance of 13,144 kilometers or 8,167 miles. The average duration outbound is 15 hours and 28 minutes, while the average flight duration inbound is 14 hours and 16 minutes. Currently using the Airbus A380, Emirates' inaugural flight to Houston took place in December 2007 with a Boeing 777-200LR. Along with boosting San Francisco capacity in December 2014, the airline would do the same for Houston around the same time. The inaugural Emirates A380 flight to George Bush Intercontinental Airport touched down on Wednesday, December 3, 2014. Our penultimate longest Emirates flight is Dubai-Los Angeles with flight numbers EK215 and 216. Using the Airbus A380, the direct distance for this city pair is 13,420 kilometers or 8,339 miles. The average duration out of Dubai is 15 hours and 33 minutes, while the average flight duration out of Los Angeles is 15 hours and 10 minutes. Service to Los Angeles started on October 26, 2008. This was Emirates' third ever route to the United States, behind New York and Houston, and initially used the Boeing 777-200LR. In 2013, the A380 would be deployed instead in order to provide more capacity. Gina Marie Lindsay, Los Angeles World Airport's executive director, stated in 2013, "We congratulate Emirates on the launch of its daily Airbus A380 service at LAX. This is the type of quality air service we want to keep attracting to LAX as we continue our $4.1 billion modernization program." And finally, at number 1, we have Dubai to Auckland with flight numbers EK448 and 449. Now using the Airbus A380, the direct distance for this route is 14,200 kilometers or 8,823 miles. The average duration outbound is 15 hours and 5 minutes, while the average flight duration inbound is 16 hours and 22 minutes. The airline has certainly evolved and changed its operations to Auckland since launching service in August 2003. Initial flights that year were as follows: Dubai to Auckland via Sydney on a Boeing 777-300ER, Dubai to Auckland via Melbourne on an Airbus A330-200. More than a decade later, the airline decided to serve Auckland with non-stop service rather than include stops in Australia. March 2016 saw the launch of non-stop Boeing 777-200LR service to the city. A mere 6 months later, this would be upgraded to the A380 due to high demand. August 2, 2023 marked 20 years of Emirates flying to New Zealand, with the airline celebrating its, quote, strongest presence in the market to date. So what do you think of Emirates' longest flights and its use of the Airbus A380? Have you flown on any of these services before? And finally, what do you think of the airline's ability to fly through Russian airspace? Share your thoughts by leaving a comment. Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.